It muted again. Let's try that again. Hey everyone, this is Malkazir returning with another installment to the Final Fantasy XIV playthrough. Last we played, we got access to Azisla, which is this awesome Allegan monstrosity that apparently was created to research and how to control primals, essentially. And they have done just that. So now we are on our way to finding out where the Archbishop went. So our next mission is right here on this edge of this whole thing is called the flagship. Awesome. Hey, thanks for the follow, Haas. Certainly do appreciate it. How you doing tonight? Welcome to the flagship, Master Malkazir. You are almost at your destination. Warning, intruders detected in the vicinity. Please eliminate them if you wish to proceed. If you insist, I'll go fight someone. Another creature looks like something from Final Fantasy XIII. Some robots. Cool. Alright, so up right there. Intruders approaching. Are they now? Just wrecked him. Nice. Oh, more. Let's take out the Medicus first. Nice. I don't need anybody healing over here. Perfect. Speak with the guidance node. Area secured, lifting access restriction to the Therochemical Research Facility. Restriction lifted. You may enter the facility at your leisure. Ending guidance. Unknown energy source detected within the Therochemical Research Facility. Please exercise caution. I am pleased to have been of service to you, Master Malkazir. Please send my regards to Master Wedge. Is he turning himself off? Oh, deactivating. Not Johnny 5. Right off the bat, we get right into a dungeon. I believe the quest that we're on is actually the final quest for Heavensward, and there's a couple things we need to do. Oh, yep, and we get some poetics from it too. There's some cool looking creatures like this Sphinx. Look at that thing. Later. Whatever. Take a look at these three statues here. Which last time I explained what the Warring Triad was. There's probably a lot more story behind it, but there are these three optional primal fights, and these are the statues of them. I don't think I've ever done them on my last character. But if you do them on the hardest mode there is, extreme mode, then you get mounts. Which is definitely awesome. What's this one? Parental Continuum. I think that's an optional one too. Oh, that one's almost done. I was thinking no one's doing fates out here, but this one's almost finished. And it is finished now. Then over here we talked to one of Midgard Stormer's children, because he had, what, 7 of them, he said? And I know of 4, Bahamut, Tiamat, I think Nidhogg and Heavensward were also his children. Maybe not the first clutch, but the first progeny. Let me see if I can find that out, actually. I'm curious. The first brood is what he calls them. Among the oldest living things on the planet, and definitely among the most powerful. Yeah, I knew of 5 of them. Bahamut, Tiamat, Heavensward, Nidhogg, and Ratatoskr. Because Ratatoskr was the dragon that was actually originally killed for her eyes back when the betrayal happened from the Ishgardians. A room without books, what does that mean? Oh, not gonna worry about it. I want to get into this dungeon, get this done. There we go. Let's do this. Much Allagan relics running around. Are you not healing me, or what's going on over here? Felt like they weren't healing me. Am I getting lag already? Disappointed. All right. Person's name is Cat Girls Rule. Slow them all down. Heck yeah. Nice. Uno down. Why am I targeting something I can't actually attack? It's kind of silly. Critical bugs. And kaboom. Done. We're gonna get more dudes coming out the walls. Or are we? Yep. And look at that. Enforcement droid. These are the droids we're looking for. Get over here. At least they're not throwing any AoEs out, but that just means that they have abilities that just hit every single time. They just hit pretty hard. Okay, so this healer is just letting me get low before they heal me. Maybe they have certain abilities that make it so they do more heals the lower health I am or something. There's some AoEs. Alright. Slow everyone down, yeah. Now it's something we could avoid. And all of them are finished. Nice. How did they get in here? You can pass all the robots. Kill the healer. I guess this works. Healer should usually be the first one to die. There we go, dang.
I will crush you underfoot.
Aha, this guy. No sooner to clear away the rabble. Let's get this over with, shall we? Yes, I agree.
There is nowhere to run.
Oh, he stunned me.
Can you withstand this? Enough.
Turrets. Take down the turret. What are you guys doing? Fine, jeez. They're just like not doing anything. Yeah, just keep the ads out so we can take more damage. Great idea, guys. Too bad this guy's just like a regular boss.
There is nowhere to run.
Oh, he stunned me again. Your reputation is well deserved. Very well. Let us try something different. 2 turrets. Fine, I'll work on the turrets because you guys aren't. Did you kill it? Jeez. Oh yeah, definitely want to get out of there. Okay, slow him. Nope, fully resist the slow.
There is nowhere to run.
I hate the stuns.
Can you withstand this?
Yes, I can, because I'm good. The state is yours, but we will meet again. Oh, okay. He didn't die. Well, we might as well have. You go this way. Yeah. No chest? Yeah, I guess. Material distribution. Okay. There's a heal. And they give me the HP regen too. Cool. Some of these locations are just beautiful. Stay close. There we go. Okay. We stop doing those AoEs like one right after another. Releasing additional bioweapons. Slow everyone down. Another one. Awesome. Okay, back on the node. Gonna release some more when it gets about half health. Yep. There we go. They are cultured mirror knights as opposed to regular mirror knights, and cultured chimeras as well. Defeat Hamarcus. Whatever a Hamarcus is. Okay, so it's the same Sphinx skin as the other dudes. Really? Activating Hamarcus, commencing bioweapon assessment. Engaging anti-cobra mode. Oh, it changed forms. That's kind of cool. Cobra testing complete. Because that's very effective against cobras, being a cobra. Engaging anti-Naga mode. Petrification. Look away. Anti-Naga testing complete. How much longer is that going to last? Jeez. You guys didn't know you had to look away from the eye? Can you get this poison off me? Anti-Machina mode. By turning into a Machina. Very Final Fantasy X. It's calling things Machina. Oof. Get him. Assessment complete. Result outstanding. Subject approved for mass production. Do they not have any chests in here? It doesn't look like it. Alright, activate the lift. There we go. Lift fight. Classic. Alright, then everything will turn green, and then we can move again. Or blue. Apologize. Triad control. Something about the warring triads, if you will. Take on the Conjurer first. He's the healer. People don't know anything about it, the game. Can something else do something other than me? Look, stunning everybody over here. You think at this point, if you've been playing the game, you have enough knowledge or skill to do these things. Excuse me. It's some weird, like, bent over Minotaur type things. He's gonna turn red again. Nope. Surprised. Enemies here though. Oh. Ah, there we go. This is gonna be it right here. 3 enemies. Not where I thought they were coming from, but that's where they are. Maybe after this I fight 3 more. Yep. Now the monsters are coming out the sides. And keep an eye on the other 2, because it's probably going to do the exact same thing on those 2. Yep. Nice. All right. Looks like we're on our way to the last boss area. I said the last thing was defeat all opposition. I think we got that far. Yep, defeat all opposition. A bunch of other people got the same achievement I did, so maybe not very many people have done this already. Oh, Asians.
The champion of Hydaelyn.
Tell me, why do you despise the primals so? They are the embodiment of mortal will, of mortal desire. Plainly, you desire a foe to despise, and 'tis well that you do, for it is from the vortex of ceaseless conflict that Lord Zodiark shall be reborn.
Through the joining, the world shall become whole again. Then all shall be as once it was, as it should ever have remained.
We fighting some
Glory of Lord Zodiark.
Asians?
Your meddling ends here and now.
Yes, we are. One, I think 3 of us had never done this before. All right.
Darkness shall consume light.
We're fighting La Habrea again, too. Dark Orb. I wonder if I can interrupt that. Not with a stun. Get out of there.
Your light shall burn no more.
Know your place.
A lot of AoEs on this one. Not too bad to dodge, though. Alright, so we got her down pretty low, and now it's going to switch to La Habrea.
You have meddled enough.
At least it's this music, which is like the music you get when you fight Asians. Ah, still got me.
You'll not defeat me again.
Not defeat you again, eh?
Your quest ends here.
Interject has no effect. Okay, so it cannot be interrupted. They're still alive.
Such strength, it defies all reason.
No, I will not be bested by the likes of them. La Habrea, it is time.
Very well. Let us show these mortals the true power of the Echo. The power to break down the barriers of existence.
I am become you.
And we are become one.
Ah, they're doing a Dragon Ball Z fusion. Oh, the music changed. Alright, that cannot be interrupted. Always gotta try. Can he be slowed? Oh, that was a way bad time to use it. Did that hit me? Whatever. Ow. Universe manipulation. This will be exciting. Okay, I just wanted to make sure everyone got some heals. Cool. Except I got all the negatives. Was that one I had to turn away from? I didn't even notice. Oh, wait, what? I mean, I'll heal myself. Don't worry about me. You get the other guy up. There you go. The Shadow Flare just does damage. Okay, get back over here. Universal manipulation. What? How do we avoid this thing? Ah, I see. Can't do anything. Yeah, there were like these black holes that you needed to step in. Wasn't even paying attention. Dang it. Ow! Will you stop just wrecking me, please? I would certainly appreciate it. All right, dang. Whew. Haha. Any gear this time? Nope. Well, didn't get any comments or commendations, but that's fine. Time for more story. The Asian Prime.
That he might regain the blessing of light I had foreseen. But he has grown so strong in it as to deny us our power.
Let us withdraw, La Habrea. That power remains to us, at least.
You should do it and not talk about it.
Impossible.
God, when the nether site. And I happen to have the eye on me still. Quick thinking. good like that.
So, you harness the eye's power. A pity you spent it all. What will you do now, hero?
So, not even the vaunted warrior of light can unmake an Ascian without relying upon mortal contrivances. In the distant past, King Thordan and his knights 12 fought and defeated Nidhogg.
Okay.
Though the victory cost them dear, they were rewarded with a great prize, the dread worm's eyes, both of which have since been held in the Holy Sea's safekeeping. The eye you possess was Nidhogg's left, and long has it served as a source of the Azure Dragoon's might. As for its twin,
Everyone knows what the signal means.
it has lain here, joined to the person of Haldreth, the first Azure Dragoon.
Now we know where it was.
For though he learned to harness its power, he was ultimately consumed by it. Even in death, his body decays not. A pitiful end for a fabled hero. My Ascian friend, long have you and your kind sown the seeds of chaos by teaching mortals the secrets of summoning. But if you assumed that we would meekly serve as your pawns, then you are gravely mistaken.
You would raise a hand against us.
By taking unto my flesh the soul of the legendary King Thordan, I can become a god.
If Lalabre was smart, he'd just get out of there.
A god who knows not cessation, whose being is sustained by a millennium of fervent prayer, and the eye's nigh bottomless reservoir of ether.
What?
Your contempt for man has proven your undoing, Ascian. For my first act as God King, I do hereby sentence you to die.
Oh, he absorbed the power too.
Gods feed upon ether. It matters not what shall put an end to 1,000 years of conflict.
He was super loud before, now he's super quiet. What the heck, man?
Be they sown by Ascian, dragon, or primal, wheresoever the seeds of chaos threaten to quicken, I shall excise them with my divine blade and bring order to the world. I have become that which you abhor, warrior of light. If you would take issue with my godhood, I shall answer you with my blade.
I thought you were gonna answer me with your blade. You just run away. Yep, right up. Now it's a trial. Well, let's exit. Instead of just chilling here for a few minutes, let's go outside. Azisla. I think I have a few materia to extract. Yeah. Oh, I have mail. I have to visit a delivery Moogle to get it. Is there one over there? Oh, let's go back to let's go to Foundation. Let's get that mail while I'm waiting around. All right, where is the mail? Last vigil. But it's so far away. Yeah, this should be the last bit. All right. Where are you, mail? Mailman. Way over here. Oh, okay. Cool. If I'm playing with someone, I can teleport to the A threat nearest them? Should already have that air threat, shouldn't I? Well, here we go. Last fight of Heavensward before all the stuff that breaches Heavensward and Stormblood.
Brothers, the time has come to call upon the true power of the Heavensward.
Fight me if you will, warrior of light. I care not. All who stand against me will be destroyed, be they servants of the darkness or the light. By my blessing shall all men be sanctified, and an endless era of peace begin. Strife and conflict shall cease to be. You reject my divinity, yet what have you to offer my people in its stead? Bitter truth? Virtuous suffering? No matter. If you believe your cause just, I call upon you to defend it with your life.
Oh, unique. Nice, unique music. Thanks for fighting. Knights of the Round, nice. That is a reference. Final Fantasy VII. And he's going down fast. Do we have to avoid these things? Yes, we do. Do not be near them. Okay. The Dragon's Eye. What's it gonna do? The Dragon's Gaze. Look away! Nice. This can't be the fight. He's going down way too fast. Ancient Quagga, whatever that is. Oof. Dragon's Gaze again. Alright, so, okay. Something happens gonna happen here. Oh, Ascalon, drink deep of the power of slumbering gods. Look, Sir Shereberts. He'll turn us to ash, apparently. We have to break the chains by going further away from each other? What's going on here? Jeez. Wait to stop him before he does Sacred Cross. Okay. Oh, one of them's down. We have to separate them or something? I guess not. We just beat them up. Okay. Oh, get as far away from that as possible. Take minimum damage. There's a lot of dodging stuff. Okay. I shall end your vain struggle. Okay, Thornton, do it. You know what? Fine. Aw, probably didn't do it in time. Kaboom! You survived my divine reckoning? Impossible! Impossible! Is this the power of the warrior of light? Did they all die too, or did they just lose their power? Oh. They're all gone.
How can this be? A millennium of prayer and the eye's power combined, and still you stand.
I'm just that good.
What are you?
They were all primals. Oh, a giant sword. Cool. Bet Dark Knights don't get that sword, at least as far as I know. Got a combination. There we go. I got two.
It is over then. I had hoped that mine would be the hand to end it. But knowing you, there was little chance of that. It would seem the eye has served you well.
We'll let him take both. It's that easy. Just yank it out.
Its twin. At long last. All that remains is to take them beyond the reach of man and dragon both.
Or you can destroy them.
Accomplished. My toil shall finally be at an end.
What do you think was going to happen? Thou hadst done well to resist mine influence, bathed in my power and blood as thou wert. Alas, in thine anticipation of comfort, thou hast lowered thy guard. the keening of my fallen kindred, their smoldering desire for vengeance. Mine eyes have partaken of 1,000 years of pain, a pain which I shall bestow upon thee. Drink deep of my rage, mortal, and become me. Of course, it's a convenient hole for him to just leave. Why does it everything conveniently crumble?
Nidhogg, my child, what hath thy fury made of thee? Let us away, servant of Hydaelyn.
Such a smooth ride. Chief. Oh. More voice acting, sorry.
God damn it, do you always have to cut it so bloody close?
You have no idea. A lot happened in the past 20 minutes.
It would seem he has done it again.
Was there ever any doubt? Let us return to Ishgard. Our friends will be eager to learn the battle's outcome and welcome back their champion.
Not all is well. The Stinian turned into Nidhogg. Yeah, there's a nod.
Where is Estinian?
You guys didn't see the giant dragon fly away? Mm-hmm. I can fly sideways because I'm just that good. My name is Sid.
I dare say you are the first soul in Guardian history to arrive in our city upon Dragonback. This scene shall be remembered for 1,000 years to come.
As we had feared, the Archbishop summoned the soul of King Thordan into himself, and thence became a primal.
But he and his knights are no more, thanks to the warrior of light.
And two Asians.
Your struggles are not yet over, mortals.
Whom Do I have the pleasure?
I am Midgard Songer. I have journeyed with Hyderlin's champion and observed his deeds in the conflict between man and dragon. Tell me, children of Thordan, do you desire peace?
My people have committed unspeakable atrocities against dragonkind, even against our own. Would that we could undo these wrongs, but we cannot. Be that as it may, the future yet presents a chance to begin anew. Our nation has broken free of the shackles of a false faith, and Nidhogg shall lead his kindred against us no more. I doubt not that it will require much effort and perseverance, but 'tis my belief that in time, Ishgard will again become a place where man and dragon may abide together in harmony.
I shall remember thy words. Yet be warned, Nidhogg's soul liveth on. His unbridled rage hath claimed for its vessel the one thou callest the Azure Dragoon.
Estinian.
Doubt not but that Nidhogg will call out to his brood ere long, nor that they shall answer him. Steel yourselves, for the true test is yet to come.
Come what may, we will never cease to believe. Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
Are they speaking of Harshvant?
1,000-year war cannot be ended in a day. It may take generations. What thou dost begin, thy children must continue. Entrust unto them thy hopes and dreams, that peace may reign again, and forevermore.
You should go talk to your son, Hraesvelgr, and tell him, hey, success, but Nidhogg's back.
Let all here present attest that Sir Emmerich, acting on behalf of the Archbishop, has appended his signature.
The Archbishop is dead, so yeah.
I do hereby declare that from this day forth, the Holy See of Ishgard shall once more be counted a member of the Eorzean Alliance.
Heck yeah.
Let our nations move forward as one and stand united against the Garlean Empire.
Not Adam. 2, 3, yeah, do it.
For the future of Eorzea.
For the future of Eorzea!
Is that for a sale? Or harsh fought?
A noble monument to a noble soul.
A rock? Noble monument. Very noble. Ah, harsh font, okay.
From here, Lord Orshafon can watch over all of Ishgard.
Yeah, let's do some more nods.
It has been a long and arduous journey, and we have lost much and more along the way. Yet come what may, we must stay true to our purpose and press on.
That's right, you two. It's high time we got back to rebuilding the Scions.
Yeah, we have so many more to find.
We need money and lots of it.
Unless you're going to bribe people, I don't see how that would help. But when I... Whatever.
So ends a glorious chapter in their tale. However, tumultuous days yet lie ahead for Ishgard. After 1,000 years under the yoke of the Church, the people take their first tentative steps into the unknown. And though they spy a glimmer of peace upon the horizon, Nidhogg's vengeful shadow yet remains to darken the way. Be that as it may, so long as the young commander of the Temple Knights and his heroic companions are there to guide them, the people may hold fast to hope. The hope that one day true peace will return to Ishgard, and that man and dragon may live in harmony once more. Let the deeds writ herein never be forgot, that they may inspire generations yet unborn to strive ever heavensward.
Okay. I was wondering if there's going to be more. But there is not. But I love this music. We're going to skip the credits. Oh.
So Lahabrea and Igayon have fallen. Bested by mortals in their attempt to initiate the Eighth rejoining. That they should be so complacent. And now it falls to me to deal with the consequences. Without intervention, the balance between light and darkness will begin to shift, placing our mission in jeopardy. Hydaelyn's champion has grown too strong. His might encroaches upon the realm of gods. Equilibrium must needs be restored. The time has come for you and yours to join the fray. Warrior of Darkness.
Warrior of Darkness, hmm? They're on the moon. Cool. Do I get to go to the moon? Maybe it's one of the things I never did. Because I don't remember that at all. Excuse me.
Remind me, why is there no rest for the righteous?
Because they care, Master Garland.
Of all the things they could have picked to play with, that's not a toy, you bloody fools, it's a primal!
Who played with it? As cool as that is to see, it's really unfortunate that that is optional. Spires of deception crumble to dust to lay bare truths long concealed. Beyond simmering shadow lieth shimmering light. Simmering, shimmering, shimmering, simmering. Man, success. Thanks, Alphino. After long years of estrangement, Ishgard rejoins her sister nations in the Alliance. Words cannot well express my joy. None of this would have been possible without you, my friend. Change is coming to Eorzea, though it will inevitably bring with it a measure of upheaval, with hard work, peace, and prosperity are sure to follow. And yet, even as we look forward to the coming of a new age, we must needs be wary of old threats. The lords of Garlemald have not relinquished their claim upon Eorzea, and we shall be forced to contend with them again ere long. And then there is the matter of our comrade Estinian, claimed body and soul by Nidhogg. If there is a way to rescue him, we must find it. Suffice it to say, the path ahead holds no shortage of challenges, but together we shall overcome them. Alright. Updated. I got a new title and everything. Alright, now we are in the post-Heavensward stuff, so let us begin. And I remember correctly, it's not as long as the other stuff. Fortuitous timing as always, Malchezair. Detarwit's about to brief me on the search of our missing comrades. If you'd be so kind, then. Absolutely, you'll be pleased to hear that Riel and his men have been making excellent progress. I don't know what that means. Remember how Flamen helped me to escape the Crystal Braves and limbs of Laminza, only then to disappear? Well, according to Riel, she crept aboard a ship bound for Vradzatan, where she's been hiding ever since. He assures me that it won't be long before we're reunited. As for Eden and Papalymo, the remains of the link pearls have been found, and in Pearl Lane of all places. Riel thinks they must have disposed of them after escaping from the Riel Promenade. Yes, that would make sense. They could not risk being eavesdropped upon by our betrayers. We're all but certain they fled the city shortly after, though we still don't have a clue where they went. I see. And what of Thancred and Minfilia? I'm afraid I have nothing new to share about those two, but it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is we've enlisted the services of a Charlian scholar, one of the students of Audesian, to aid in the search, who should be arriving any day now. One of the students, you say? I should very much like to meet this scholar, if time permits. But first we must attend to a more pressing matter. Sir Emmerich has summoned the two of us for a private audience. The messenger did not specify what he wished to discuss, only that it was urgent. Assuming you have no objections, Malkazir, I suggest we proceed to the congregation forthwith. And mayhap we can meet with the scholar afterwards. Agreed? In that case, I think I'll return to the Forgotten Knight for now. Things liable to fall apart if I've been gone too long, you know. If we go to Idleshire now, there's gonna be a lot more blue quests to unlock things. Like this one over here, Gods of Eld. This is a new one. I'm not gonna do side stuff. At least not now. Let's just keep going with the story. Another one, Sky Pirates. I think that one actually unlocks the three 24-man alliance raids. Kind of like the crystal the crystal tower in the original game. This one every game has 3, so this one unlocks the 3 that are here in Heavensward. But like I said, I'm not going to worry about it right now. If I want to fill in some blanks later, I can do it later. There's no rush. Beardo Fuego. Whatever, Firebeard. Getting back to voice acting.
Thank you for coming.
Nice.
I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited.
Sorry. My bad.
Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrets, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. and among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number questioned our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the Broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order, but such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
Okay.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
Yeah, what's your plan?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Trine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Annex Trine? You would speak with Vidofnir then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor?
I mean, if it'll work. We throw some nods out? Yeah.
Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
Yes, sir.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph.
He doesn't have his scars anymore over his eyes.
As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
I was wondering, I'm like, what's taking so long? Oh, that's right, the long loads. Mrs. Crunk. Just trying to find some fun names. Party boy. Oh no, peach boy. Bunny buns. I know little of the lands these dragons call home, this annexed shrine. Had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem a far more daunting prospect. I confess, I myself once shuddered at the thought of it. Thanks, Alphino. Yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? But ere we set forth, Malchezaar and I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. Very well, I shall see to my preparations. Let us go and bid farewell to Tataru, Malchezaar. What? Fatal Fist. Jelly Achilles. So, what was your secret meeting all about? I'm all ears. Explain, explain. Explain, explain, explain. A diplomatic mission to annex Shrine, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvous with the Y'shtola in Idleshire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Excuse me, the student of Baldesion, that's right. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragons is terribly important and everything, but the scholar just happens to be time permitting, as I said. We shall endeavor to join Y'shtola, but if we cannot, pray pass on our regards. Let us be off, Malchezaar. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough. Fine. Gosh. You are ready then? Good. So am I. That one. The path is long but known to us. From Falcon's Nest, we shall cross the Western Highlands and make for Tailfeather and the Dravanian Forelands. There we can stop to rest and replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stables await. I really have to go through all this. Can I just teleport? Alright, meet her outside Tailfeather. Okay. That's actually not too bad. Come on. I always imagined that the first time I set foot upon Dravanian soil would be at the head of an army, and here I am, ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. And Alphino says, full well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside the past. Although it was I who first proposed recruiting Ysael to our cause, I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I uttered them, and for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of innocence on her hands, men, women, children, all slain in the name of the implacable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in the common cause. At our side, she fought in service for that greater good, even unto her dying breath. And while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she'll be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. You ask much, Master Alphino, yet we cannot say what might come to pass, should our negotiations bear fruit. Yes, of course, we must press on to annex Shrine, if you'll follow me. I'll see you guys over there. More teleporting for me. Oh, I have to go up. Is there a quick way up? Like a hole? Yeah. Vidofnir. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Ysael. But this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I come as an envoy of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed our kin to be the architects, your kin to be the architects of this war, but now we know the truth, that King Thordan and his knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the great worm Retatosker, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal this truth. A truth which was at last laid bare for the Warrior of Light, the Azure Dragoon, and Isael. Alas, a deception so intricately wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Isael once did, and we must make that dream a reality, as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request, knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire. He must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years of war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Ah, fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon, my humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith, until we meet again. Travel all the way here just for that. I guess sometimes it's as good as you can get, right? You get what you get. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I am surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will become of it needs to be seen, however. I know I'm paraphrasing, sorry. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fears for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Charlian. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. And I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than a 1,000-year war, one which our friends gave their lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alphino. I only hope that fates will not hold you to your word. So, it would seem we have time to greet the scholar after all. How delightful. Excuse me. I shall be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Menphilia and Thancred. I can only assume she is privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with Y'shtola in Edelshire. If you insist. I wonder how many Blue God quests popped up. Quite a few, I assume. And I might have enough poetics for another piece of gear, so I'll check that too. I'm not going to farm poetics this time around. I'll just get right into it. Come on. Yeah, quite a few. 1, 2, that one, I remember that one. Yeah, some of them are hard modes. So, I'll just leave those alone. Oh, that's right, I can mount here. Can't fly here, but I can mount. Ah, Malgazir. 'Tis good to see you. I confess I had assumed your business in X-Trine would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vidifnir go well? As well as can be expected. She must discuss Sir Emmerich's proposal with Racevelger, of course, but she seems amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlian guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained that you would be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on Front Bridge. We should be on our way. Oh, Alexander. Not going to deal with you. Before I go to those, I'd probably want to go through all the Bahamut ones. It's one of the few pieces of content I didn't do for the original game. But it is quite a bit.
I'm terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Hello, Kryl.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves.
He's taken aback.
Allow me to introduce Kryl, who has recently come from the Charlian motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part.
I look the part, eh?
A pleasure to meet you at last, sir.
What if I had a naked glamour on, so I looked like I didn't have any clothes on? Just my undies.
And who is that I spy but young no Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
You wearing platforms?
Miss Kryl and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Oh, that uncanny valley face.
Thank you, Kryl.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking. Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
I just got here, so I shouldn't. But we'll see.
Your approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Dang.
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best that you explain your plan to her in person.
20 more nods. Yeah. Quite a few indeed. Am I still mounted? Load, load, load. Alright, so... Oh, we're already outside. Look at that. Oh, I get to ride Midgardstormer as my random... Overgrown ambitions. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of blue quests that I'm going to ignore, unlike last time. I think this one, Overgrown Ambition, unlocks Saint Macien's Arboretum. So, not worried about it. Not like I'm already 4 levels ahead of where I need to be. So. You did say we were headed for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoy meeting us on the way or something? I've heard many stories of Master Matoya, some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured, they are all true, thanks Y'shtola. This way, and have care where you tread. This song is very nice. I'm a sucker for piano in these types of songs.
Oh, is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Oh, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the Isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Kryl, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do.
Silly?
Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us.
So everybody there had the Echo.
In the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the science of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
Can I just give her one of mine?
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
on the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
And dropping that bomb on us, Matoya. I have this really cool thing.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Yisrael. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Everyone's smiling.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya.
And then they steal it. Now we have a heist.
Then let us begin.
The direction of the sound keeps changing abruptly. It's kind of strange.
Shroud. The trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Don't even say thank you. Jeez. Later. Next time we're gonna come in for tea and crumpets, not just to. Can you give us something? Okay. Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Okay. Fear not, Kryl. I've already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. This is impressive. You drew him from memory? Skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into two pairs. Y'Shtol and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Malkazir and Kryl question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Loth Asvath and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. Interesting. You're making it so I don't have to go like super far? I can just go right here? My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Anyway, we'd best get started. Find me when you finished making your rounds. What are you gonna do? Searching for a friend of yours? Let's have a look then. Nope, I ain't seen him around here. Sorry. Thanks. A Hyuran man? We're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? I did spy this bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see? That, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. What's that you got there? A sketch? Can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior? I heard a tale the other day about a Hyuran vagabond who brought down a Bandersnatch by himself, and with style. The way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding ball. Sound like your man? Finished. In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. There we go. For some reason it was slow flying. Any other blue ones here? Nope, just the one that allows you to unlock them as a beast daily tribe. I think it was Dirt Face. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in inaccessible locations and deal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Hyuran hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none chance to see the man's face, his height and build match Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. Explain. So you have heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement. We seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You are implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead. Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the live stream as naked as your name day. It is a scene I shall never forget. Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. It stands as the reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Quite right, Krile. Quite right. Potions. Axe potion. Cool. Oh. I can walk right in. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thanker could be waiting for us in Lawfast Vath. We must go see the Vath right now. Come along, everyone. Come along. You're acting like an old man now, Alphino. Ooh, a sightseeing spot. I'm underneath it. Weird. Cool. Just jump right off. Whatever. Can't kill me. Not with that silly fall. Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Lawfast Vath. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings. I'm going to give you nothing. How curious. The hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey? No, he is not a prey, but a friend long missing. Good, good. He is a friend to the Vath as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly, and you're quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt. A fleshling clothed in skins came to us from Somal lost and weak. He offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us so much flesh, that so skilled a hunter he was. Much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Gone to Lawfast Nath long ago, when he heard the One Mind had summoned our god once more. Ravana has returned? Bidifnir did say the Nath had grown as before. What could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that you could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters. Let the Nath claim him as a sacrifice. All the way over here. This thing giving off a lot of strange gases. Oh, that's right. Isn't that what they use to stay out of the, like, keep the dragons away? I think so. Did you level up yet? I doubt it. Nope.
Could be Thancred. It could be Thancred. We must go.
Huh. A 5-man group.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Asians forever.
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Asian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not.
They destroy Asians as well.
So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea.
Why do they have 2 tanks?
It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
Dang. Tancred.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt. So be it.
And I just stood there.
Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
Oh, I teleported everyone else.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Yeah, really? What? How ridiculous.
Tancred, are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Why doesn't Y'shtola teleport us all? Like the other chick did. Dang.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
Where do you get those weapons? That one sword's pretty cool. It's kind of big for a dual wielder, though.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke.
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement.
Refinement.
From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
I saw it too.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
If not the Echo itself. Complete. Ah, come on. There we go. Blessed with the power of the Echo and driven but to put down primals. Despite his declaration they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is it that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like. Nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how Thancred found Malchezair. Ah, the memories. It seems like yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time the band of merry men and the women had killed a god. I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land, slaying primals without our knowledge. It would imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidifnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emeric's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a sneaking headache. If you have needed me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Menphilia. What? Menphilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Malchezair. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. I'm gonna go to Annex Shrine. Hey look, I'm already here. Hello, Vidofnir. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by the Nath, has been again laid low. Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take credit. The god fell by another's hand. Another, revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation, as promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years I have mourned my beloved who gave her life to forge the peace that king betrayed. Such was my lot until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth she wrapped herself in a dream, yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's own heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal, be it for woe, such is the following glory of man and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep the faith with you who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emmerich's invitation. Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay. Excuse me. Getting late. It is happening, Azale. Would that you were here to see it.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another.
No one saw this dude?
Honorable men, to whom Sir Emmerich was no hero, but a scheming patricide.
Grab the man. Yeah, exactly.
Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of the foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men.
Got him.
Whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
Let's get back to Ishgard. Let's find out what's going on. Somebody named his character his lordship. Right. Let us not keep Sir Emmerich waiting. Are you quite well, Thinkred? Yes, quite well. Forgive me. You have given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardians and the Dravanians and our friends nowhere to be found. would seem there is no end to our troubles. We can but face them head on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time, we will find Ida, and then Papalymo and Menphilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I rejoined your grand adventure at one of its more triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough, and you may rest assured that I'll play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. Can I just meet you guys over there? Honestly, it's like, whatever, it's just right around the corner. Hello, Lucia. I'm back. You have returned. In this, at least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidifnir has accepted Sir Emmeric's invitation. He has. These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Ah, is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a knife to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? The Chirurgeons tell me he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmont and Lord Artura not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. Even though the other guy ran away, so he didn't really have a telling blow. The attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastard caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but for everyone we put out, it seems like 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. 'Tis plain these fires are started by the assassin's conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? All the nods. Then let us be about it. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there's a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city in both pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Alistair Alphino and Mrs. Gistola, I would have you take charge of the investigation in Foundation. As you wish. Mayhap Zatara can be of assistance as well. Me and Malkazar need to get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us? Thancred of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, and may I say what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet. The name's Hilda. A Scion, eh? And there I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious personages. I'll remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. Don't dismiss me. Pfft. I'm gonna stand right here. While we could begin by sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passerby, in my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Oh, the infamous Lord Emmanuel de Fortam, lover of women and wine. Though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. That's the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Malchezair. He'll be at the Crozier most like, making an effort to be seen. Let's go and see him. Grizzled I would accept, but old? First, his name is Strong Cow. Jeweled Crozier. Yep, right over there. I got the signs just floating there. It's not going anywhere. What if we get windy? But for Thorn. Tifa Lockhart. Well, if it isn't Malchezair, dearest of all my friends. You're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old boy? Ah, yes, the arsons. Dreadful business that, and awfully curious, would you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason at all. Naturally, we double the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, in case you were wondering why the Hopland is awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vaults have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you were thinking of questioning refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hopland. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens. Wait a moment. I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me injustice, old boy. I'll have you know my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well, if it'll help me to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I'd hoped for. Who was it here to come here again? Yours. Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hopland, Malchezair, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't leave you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes. Pew! All right, let's get up there. Come on. Come on. Talk to the priest. What does the priest have for us? Come, my brothers and sisters. There is food and shelter enough for all in the basilica. Alone his blessings be upon you, Father. I confess we were not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Emmerich and the Dravonians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, sir? So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to help these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. I added some words. It's the priest! Oh. And this one has a name. Might be them. There was a man of the satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere, and it was so hot I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arm was getting better after all? Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. Oh, excuse me. Can I go this way? Yeah. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? Explain. We will require more than the muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we were to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Raymond's Cathedral and another near the Tribunal. For mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on 2 occasions when their target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Alphino will doubtless have an opinion. I know what my opinion is that they set fire to those things, but the fire wasn't very strong because they were just making it look like they were targets as well. Oh, excuse me. Getting that time. Alright. There he is. They have a captive. That's his name. Totally. Silence will avail you not, sir. Alcazar, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. There'll be a permission to. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wish to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it. You've got the wrong man. My, but you reek of oil. And are those burns on your hands? An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me. Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabbit and begged us to put you down. But that's bollocks. He's the one who told me to keep going. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I left it behind. Tried to, with all my heart. Said my prayers every day like a good man. But he came to me. He came to me. And there you have it. Hilda, would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. What if he already has a limp? That was incredible, Thancred. How did you know he would confess? Well, I've seen his like before. A troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I cannot be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captive had called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at least confirmed that these arsons are orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. Come on. I click both of my mouse buttons at the same time in order to move and control camera at the same time. But no. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak. Though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned on his master, he will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Part of the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Arturel. Are you coming to see your father? He is attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring this salve. Then do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. My lord Arturel did not seem to be in the best of spirits. It is little wonder, Master Alphino. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother could not yet cold in the grave. I'll just take that. I think I already have better pieces from the Shire gear. Let me check. Yeah, Shire. There may have been some better pieces in there. In fact, I didn't even check what I was there. Let's grab this first. Then I'll go check.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you.
Told her.
Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
Well, dang.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
And we have Thancred with us now, too. Yeah, we'll throw a nod out there. More nods. All the nods.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
He asks his dad for permission.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
Time is against us. Let's just saunter out slowly. Take our time. No rush. But time is against us. And the pillars. Where are the pillars? Okay, Crozier. All right, let's get up there. Pew pew. Yep, looks like we have a battle on our hands. All right. Listen well. We will enter the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to have served under Thordan on the 7th. Might be the same true of the rest? Can't read. Given the swiftness with which they seize control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Archwarel, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter, my shield will not break. Alone as my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well, Archfont's shield broke. Well said, my friend, my lord. Friends, follow me. Would seem our presence yet goes unnoticed. Come, we must secure the entrance. Remember, saving the hostages take precedence over all else. Mind your attacks and subdue the enemy quickly. Oh, he's attacking the hostage. Well, dang. Little conversations. Are you injured? Bless you. You must hurry. The others were taken somewhere else by Sir Simeonard. Sir Simeonard. So this is indeed the work of the Archbishop's former servants. On your guard. They've sounded the alarm. I will hold the entrance and look after this one. Now go. It's kind of weird how we started like in the middle, like we walked by a hostage. Secure the hostage, Malkazar. Leave the others to us.
Down with you!
Alright, well, attack them so I can save the hostage. Thanks, Thancred. Okay, so the hostage will be fine. Now I can go attack. It's over now. Is it over? He just said it was. Apparently can't listen. They took the others somewhere. It all happened so quickly. There they are. Let none escape. Oh, okay. Wondering, I'm like, where? Keep going, I'll hold them here. Oh, we're losing one piece at a time. Not alone you won't. Malkazar, stay with Sir Emmerich and Lord Arturel. This way, Malkazar. To the choir.
You underestimate me.
And he's wounded too, and he's already here kicking butt. You know what? Let's throw my tank stance on. Come on. Huh. Crit. Sir Simonard, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ah, the word of a heretic and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the archbishop. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive the Fury's judgment. So it is to be a trial then. Lord Arturel, Malkazar, leave us and save the hostages. I'll deal with Sir Simonard. Whitting, whitting. And other sounds of metal upon metal. O Holone, render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous and cast down the wicked. Well then, let's see who the Fury favors. We're still wounded, Malkazar. If we do not move quickly, he will surely fall. Well, dang. There we go. There we go. Fight me. There we go. Get everybody off of them. Oh, I don't want to click the person. I don't have to manually like hover over it. Dang it. Lame. There must be others nearby, but where? Back where we were? Traitor Kinslayer, by what sorcery do you yet stand? Enough, all of you, attack! Whoa, get off the refugee, dude. Get over here. There we go, dang. So that refugee almost died. I see no others nearby. Come, Alcazar. Sir Emmerich needs our help. Now let us finish this, sir, before the eyes of gods and men.
This knight does not yield!
One day, I swear you will. Fury be praised. He took melee. You must hurry. The priest took melee upstairs when he saw you kill his men. Have no fear, child. We will save your friend. Well, let's go save her then. Stop talking about it and we'll do it. I don't think music. Oh, nice. For like a second.
Where is he? Where is he? Come no closer! You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Okay. Sounds like a plan to me.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Nice try. I never understood that about those scenes in movies and things like that, where like they're falling and then someone catches them at the last second. It's like, you know, they still have a lot of force. They would still explode. And you landed on those spikes.
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Like a deep voice for a young child. The scandal. We made it down pretty quick.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Bracefelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
Okay, I'm here for 2 seconds. Oh, we had more to talk about. Oh no. I mean, thanks for the heads up, but dang. All that work to get you to come over here and talk with us, and you just take off?
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Giovannians, I do. but I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefon you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Aww.
Lord Edmund.
I said what I wanted, and now I'm out of here. I'm not even going to use my cane. Aww. Hopefully he was not too hurt by Lord Emmett saying that Lord Emmerich reminded him of his son as opposed to his actual son standing there. That's too often been a plot device for a lot of things. This has been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Vidofnir could not stay longer. Yeah, I know, right? Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well timed scarcely does it justice, but one moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray the Ishgardians who yet harbor doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmerich's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I inform Totaro what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fort Tom Manor. That's not where Totaro is. Allow me to accompany you. Totaro would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. Yeah, throw out some nods. Heck yeah. A moment, Malchezaar. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? He held his own in the vault. I mean, that's it. Oh, what? That he did, which is especially remarkable given the injury to his eye. I can only assume that his time in the wilderness afforded him ample opportunity to compensate for his impairment. However, I speak not of his physical state, but rather his etheric flow, which I fear has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Why don't you just ask him? Right, then. I should be on my way. Krell may have tried Master Matoya for now, but who could say how long it will last? That's true. Master Matoya is a sprightly one. Tiger King.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue. But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emeric was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Will that work?
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
A knight lives to serve.
You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Horschiffon would have said. To aid those in need.
He was pretty cool.
When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way.
This is the way.
You were a brother to Horschiffon. Will you be a brother to me as well? Come, Manalaine. There's much to be done. For father, and for Sir Emeric, and for Ishgard.
What's wrong? Oh. Exactly, what?
To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
Come on. Oh. What's up, Riange? This is thy proof? The Garen Oracles, Apocrypha. It is truthful and forgotten, a tale of the beginning and the path we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Are there chains all over the bookcases? That'll stop you from reading them. Whatever. Well, hey, it's Papalimo. And Ida. Everyone has their orders. The Mats will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Ralger, it had better be. Why don't you show me her chest? We cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them, every one. So it goes. Did I get a new title for that? House Foretell Knight. There we go. I'll keep updating them as I keep getting them. Alpha Malgazer, I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Flamen, Hoary Boulder, and Coltonet. Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned the Scion's good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Laminza. They should be arriving at any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. Quite. But what wonderful news to think that a reunion is close at hand. A pleasure to see you too, Alphino. Ah, Thancred and Crow. What brings the two of you here? Crow and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. And we may just have found the answer. Algazer, when you were fleeing Ul'dah with Minfilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn's commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace. A lingering disturbance in the ether, or ripple if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. A battleground where Malgazer felled the ultimate weapon and the site of my personal ignominy. 'Twas there that Hydaelyn intervened to shield him from the magic I invoked. Ryle and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the aether therein. The two of you, alone. I have a proven knack for subterfuge, and I'm confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Crow while the patrols pass. Besides, if you and Malgazer come along, who will see to Flamen's grand homecoming? When you put it like that, very well, I trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will be at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Kotaro and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrade's return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Laminsan docks? Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. All the way back to Limsa. It's been a while. In fact, I may take this time to do a few things before continuing the story. One of which will be turning in a bunch of gear into the I can't think of the name. The quartermaster, the Grand Company area. Come on. Is a hard mode sphere serious? Probably. So in order to get the next rank, I need to do rank 2 of... I said I didn't. What? Hang on. You must complete a trial, as well as complete rank 2 in the Grand Company's objectives of your hunting log. Ah, that's the one I have to do Orm Vale. I'm not gonna worry about it. Personnel officer, that's it. There we go. I have so many things to turn in. Dun, 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 dun. I'm actually going to keep all those. Actually, the sword and shield are going to be useless to me. But the rest of it, I'll keep. That way, if I want to level up another tank, I already have all of them. Well, then I need to... I'm maxed out. I should buy something. Anything cool? I got the crested barding. Barding and half barding. Get all the bardings. Nice. Anything else I can buy? Maybe something in here. I mean, they do have some cool looking stuff, but mainly for glamour at this point. You know what, I'm just gonna do I have all these weapons over here that are in my inventory. If I remember correctly, I'm keeping all the Daystar stuff. That way when I get to level 50, I can put them on my Scholar. Onion shield I don't need. I'm going to keep the Valor stuff. I don't need these. Anyway, we'll get rid of that. I'm almost maxed out again. Now it's slowing down because they're all getting easier and easier to find, or at least lower level. Quite a bit of things. Almost maxed out again. That's all of them. What do I still have over here? Oh, these things. Get rid of these. Might as well spend some of them too. There we go. Cleared out a bunch of inventory space. Let's see what I can spend it on. That's actually worthwhile for me to get. This is all stuff for your personal house. Which I don't have one yet because I don't have the money for one. They're very expensive. I do believe that one of the easiest way to I'll just buy 90 of them. How about that? There we go. Knock that down. And the last thing I wanted to do, go back to Adalshire and see if I can buy one of the pieces of gear. Because I think I have enough poetics for one more piece. Especially, be faster, do this. I can't zoom out on the minimap. I thought I could zoom out more. Yeah, I need to go up here. Okay, so let's take a look here. Accessories. I'll take the choker, please. All right. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. If anybody of you out there is watching and like what you saw, please throw me a follow. It is free to you, and it really does help me out. All these videos are going to be uploaded to YouTube for your pleasure. If you'd like to watch the entire journey, you can visit me at Malkazair at YouTube. Anybody watching on YouTube, again, if you like what you saw, please throw me a subscribe and a like and comment and tell me how I'm doing. Until next time, have a good one.